京観光大統領結婚は高級車で挨拶はごきげんようジョン・レノンは殺されたの退屈な授業エスケープ起動でカントで終わるハズルだって世界が色づくカントでコンティニュー小さな革命だと放課後ディストラクション放課後ディストラクションテンカウントで終わる世界はモノクロだった朝の鍛錬一二の三四で高校学校かけごっこ朝の陰謀しのこの言わずに東京観光大統領結婚は高級車で挨拶はごきげんようジョン・レノンは殺されたの退屈な授業エスケープ起動でカントで終わるハズルだって世界が色づくカントでコンティニュー小 ずに東京観光大統領結婚は高級車で挨拶はごきげんようジョン・レノンは殺されたの退屈な授業エスケープ起動でカントで終わる初歌と世界が色づくカントでコンティニュー小さな革命だと放課後ディストラクション放課後ディストラクションテンカウントで終わる世界はモノクロだった朝の鍛錬12の3子で高校学校かけごっこ朝の陰謀しのこの言わずに東京観光大統領結婚は高級車で挨拶はごきげんようジョン・レノンは殺されたの退屈な授業エスケープ起動でカントで終わる初歌と世界が色づくカントでコンティニュー小さな革命だと放課後
What is up, everybody? What is up? Welcome, guys, to LootCast episode freaking 14. Thank you guys so much for coming into the stream. I appreciate having everybody in here today. Quick shout out to everybody in the stream. What up, Brian? What up, Chris Levi? What up, Chips and Sticks? Thank you, everybody, for coming in for episode number 14. Says Cynthia pop lock and drop it.
Nope.
She
'Cause
said
I will
no.
break
Not
myself.
even with it. Guys,
Break myself.
today we have a fantastic episode lined up for you guys. We have a fantastic episode. Yesterday, if you guys got to see, we have a Nintendo Direct that was E3 levels of just hype. It was fantastic, and that's really what we're going to be talking about here today. There was also some reviews that came out. As you guys know, this week has been just jam-packed with game releases, not only including Nintendo shadow dropping games, but there's just been games left and right. Monster Hunter IceBorne and Gears 5. We are talking about that at the back half of the show. It's going to be a fantastic one. As you guys can see here, we have our main panel of the LootCast here with you guys tonight. This is going to be more of a homie vibe. It's going to be kind of, we're going to get real close together. Just the few of us here, we're going to put on a great show for you guys today. So with that leading in, we will lead in right to our panel. And Jake's camera's still coming up, so we'll wait till that comes back up.
It's because he got
for him.
again.
So we'll go over to Mr. Monopulse. Thank
There
you for
he is.
coming another week, my friend. It's been an amazing week for gaming. What have you been up to? What have you been playing? And thanks for coming on.
God, again, not to beat a dead horse, we were in like a super drought after E3. The summer months were like so hardcore, but like it's almost to the point now where it's like, can we like, put it like a bend in the hose, because it just comes nonstop. It seems like it's just you can't keep up. Like, I got games I'm playing, I got games I got to get by the end of this month, and my wallet hates me for that. But no, it's great. Thanks for having me. Of course, always. Where else would I be on a Thursday night, 8 p.m. other than the LootCast with some of my favorite people on this planet? I have been really just digging into the WoW Classic again here and there. Definitely not like the week of launch. Queues have gotten better, just so you know. I have not had to wait in queue this week.
Very nice.
But other than that, I did pick up the Final Fantasy VIII remaster.
Cool.
God.
Yeah.
Shaking.
I'm
That's
gonna
a
laugh
face.
throughout. Yeah,
That's a face. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that as like a wallpaper
That's
or something.
perfect.
Flip it.
That's perfect.
Yeah. But no, I picked up the Final Fantasy VIII remaster. That was literally the first JRPG I ever picked up in like middle school, so it's been super nostalgic playing that again. And actually just kind of playing around with the new virtual. Good Lord, Jake. We're playing around with the new Super NES stuff since the drop, so that's been pretty fun too.
Cool. So tell me about Final Fantasy VIII. So have you booted it up? Have you gone into the game yet? Or did you just surface level buy it? Because that's what I did. You told me, go buy Final Fantasy. I said, absolutely not. And that same night, I went in, eShop, $20, put it down, grab it, put it away. Never going to play it probably. But it's fine. I own it. I have it for when there's another drop.
I don't recall saying buy it. I recall telling you I bought it, but I mean, you know what? Hey, that's a kind of a little nudge.
Go buy it, Dom. And I
That's
said,
what
oh
okay,
man, I guess I'm being
Which
cornered.
game? Which game?
I've put a couple hours into it.
Fantasy.
I literally sunk probably 80 to 100 hours in Final Fantasy VIII the first time around. You really lose yourself because there's the triple triad card game, which is like super addictive in its own right. But no, I like it. I did think that the remaster would include maybe a 16:9 aspect ratio.
That's exactly what I was going to tell you, but yeah, absolutely.
And it's only 4:3. That works well on the handheld. It's fine. But I did pop it over on the dock on my monitor over here, and I was a little off put by blowing it up. So it might be something I actually just play around sleepy time. But I'm having fun so far. There's a lot of criticism around Final Fantasy VIII. The draw system and junction system encourages you to not cast your powerful spells. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
But I actually really like Final Fantasy VIII. All BS aside, it's got one of the most convoluted storylines of any Final Fantasy. Put that aside, just enjoy the system, and I think it's a pretty fun game.
Yeah, that's one of the things too. Is I've played 7, I played 9. I started playing 8, never finished it, never got 100 hours deep into it, got maybe 10 hours into it at a young 13 years old or whatever the hell it was at that time. So I'm interested to go back to it, but that was one of the things I was disappointed in is when they called it a remaster. It doesn't look much better than the other Final Fantasy games on the Switch already. Now, I do see that they did upgrade the players and like the polygon count on the players, and they did make them look high res, but then they look out of place when you place them against like the backgrounds and everything of the game, and then it's 4:3. It's like, oh, that's kind of odd.
The interesting thing, like versus Final Fantasy VII, or even with Final Fantasy VII, the way that they took Final Fantasies is almost like similar to Resident Evil, where it's a 3D model on a canvas, essentially, with basically invisible lines for whatever you have to do and the interaction. So yeah, it does definitely make sense. They would literally have to go and somehow remaster. Like I don't think it's possible to remaster the canvases that they're sitting on. So it does give that kind of like almost like superposition vibe. It's like you can really feel where the models are kind of just sitting on a canvas more than you could maybe in the original installation of it. But I would say it's worth 20, maybe 15, 20. Yeah. I'm just glad they didn't throw a 30, 40, or 60 price tag on it. I would not have been comfortable paying that.
Agreed. And it definitely is one of those games. It definitely is one of those games too that when we do finally come to a drought eventually, and you start to go through your backlog, that's definitely gonna be one of the ones that I already have that I will go through the backlog. But speaking about logging in the back, we got Mr. Jake and the Bacon. Are you gonna grace us back with your face, or are you saying F it?
No, I don't know, dude. I feel like it's a lost cause.
It's a lost cause.
I mean, I did have a good laugh while you did.
We all did, yes.
He was like trying to keep the straightest face ever, and like for whatever reason, like I would chuckle and he would like try not to die of like laughter.
Also, we got 9 people in here. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
10.
I don't think it got on the camera, but I was laughing at myself because I was doing something with the mic. It's funny.
Oh yeah, you're like putting it like right here.
I was gonna put it in my mouth, yeah.
Eat it!
Oh my god, it would have been the best thing if it would have frozen on your face at that moment.
Right? Just
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it froze on. That's why I started laughing.
Well, with putting things in your mouth, what have you been playing this week? How you been?
licking those cartridges.
Oh, dude. What have I been playing?
So you're the reason they had to put the anti-flavor on the Switch cartridges. I did tell Dom they look delicious. I would eat them, honestly.
Have you licked one?
I'm that guy. I taste
No.
them and I go,
You should.
taste them. It's awful.
Oh,
Dom-
it is-
Dom's
it is
tasted one. I
awful.
refuse to taste it. I take Dom's word on it. But
I haven't.
Chris, if you
Not
haven't, you need to.
Okay, I'm in. Let's
do it now on stream.
Oh God, I don't even have a.
I do now.
Oh,
Jake,
man.
what have you been playing, sir? I'll be back.
What have you been playing, bud?
What are we talking about? No, Chris is licking this thing.
no,
This
but
is your
while he
this
gets
is your
it,
this is
what
your
have you
intro.
been
This is your
streaming?
intro moment.
Yeah.
What have you been playing? What you doing? Tell us about yourself. How's life been?
I'm doing all right. My back's been hurting a little bit.
That's old age.
My, I've been playing. I don't know. I played Star Fox today.
Oh,
The SNES.
Oh,
That game is
Are they all
Pleasure.
free?
there. We'll talk about it
quote
later.
unquote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a little while.
Chips, who's looking what now?
Who's-
You'll just have to wait.
Don't tempt me, Chips. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, Brian remembers the licky from last night's stream with Catherine. But I know you've been playing more than just terrible Star Fox. What you been playing, my friend?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I've been playing Mash.
Mash?
My boy Banjo dropped, which is funny because I wasn't even like excited for Banjo.
Yeah.
But he's actually a pretty fun character.
Well, you can tell us more later when that comes up to be a subject. Have you
then-
gone through a second playthrough of Fire Emblem or anything else?
What is it? I can't tell. Super Smash Bros. Okay, wait. We need to take an intermission.
The lick challenge.
What side is he supposed
Hold
to
on.
lick?
Yeah, what? Yeah, actually, what size are you supposed to?
I
guess
think it's
the whole
supposed to.
with the
Yeah, I
label.
think
Label
Is it?
side, label.
label side.
Yep.
This is the only
I want
cartridge
you
I
to-
feel like disrespecting because it is Smash Brothers. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with that.
Chris, you look at the camera when you do it.
Oh yeah, this is a moment.
Oh my God,
This is
okay.
the moment.
You little slut. There you go.
Oh.
Oh, that's fucking terrible.
That's the
Oh.
LootCast, baby. There it goes.
Oh, it's worse on the back. It's worse on the back. It's absolutely worse on the back.
He does it again.
You just gotta be sure.
You know, here's the thing. I was like, okay, I've had a couple sips of beer, right, and that'll numb your taste buds. No, it's full fledged.
Now for
Oh,
the
yeah.
rest of the night, every sip you take, you're just gonna get a little bit of whatever that is, huh?
So stupid.
Shut up, Jacob.
Not once, not twice. This man licked it three
Three
fucking times.
times a charm.
Just to be sure.
It gets worse every time you lick it, too. Terrible.
This man licked the front,
Ugh.
licked the back, and then just for good measure, tasted the front again.
Jake, in every review I do,
Just
I
to
dig
be
into
sure.
to the settings. You do it right.
go
Front,
all the
back,
way.
sides.
Are you? So does this
This-
mean moving forward you're gonna lick every Switch cartridge to see if it tastes
No,
the
fuck
same?
that. I've done one and done.
At least
Jake, how was your weekend, my man?
Are you dating that cartridge now?
I think so.
You got a lot
Honestly,
closer
oh.
with Smash Bros.
I hope the wife doesn't watch the stream. It means nothing.
Right? No, she rated it a 10 out of 10.
Oh no, honey.
Did you taste all 78 characters?
Yeah, no, I couldn't make that decision. My palate's not that refined.
Banjo Kazooie.
I did taste the tears of those people who were, upset about the announcement recently, but otherwise, nothing else.
Yep.
Oh, dude,
Oh
did,
my
it,
God.
did it taste like Mountain Dew and broken condoms?
No, I didn't lick WoW Classic, sir.
That's too funny.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Jake, you ain't been
Yeah.
playing shit, right? Is that what we determined?
I mean, I've been playing Mario Maker 2 a little bit.
Oh, really? Jump back into that? That's random.
Yeah, dude. It is random. I'm waiting for them to do the co-op, like the matching with friends. So I'm just kind of getting ready for that. They should be doing it eventually.
Gotcha.
Said it.
Yeah, I mean,
Playing that,
it's coming eventually, I'm sure.
I haven't been playing. I'm kind of on like a lull. I'm just waiting for Borderlands.
Then you're just gonna kind of go hard.
Hard in the paint.
I was gonna say, it almost looks like you're punching me in the face when you do that.
There we go. All right, cool. Well,
You should actually.
No.
Then she's gonna shit out of you.
well, then that leads me over to the beautiful lady to my right. I did not punch. Tell us tell the stream what we've been playing this week. What we've been up to.
Dude, this week has been jam-packed of, like, a lot of crazy, fantastic video games. I mean, so while we were waiting for things to drop, Blair Witch came out last week, right? And so I was actually pretty excited for Blair Witch when it got announced at E3. I was not expecting it to come out this quickly.
I forgot about it. I forgot about its existence.
Yeah, I mean, June, and then what, now September? So it only took like 2-3 months. It's free on Xbox Game Pass, so if you guys do have that, don't forget to download it. It's free, right?
Not free.
Installed it today. I mean basically, you pay $1 for the beta.
Yeah, you
On PC.
Oh, okay. But like, if you have Xbox Game Pass, like it's technically free.
It's included within the service, yeah.
Right. So don't forget to snag that. I've actually had people today at work tell me that it was absolute trash. I mean,
That means they didn't play it.
no, they said that they finished it in 4 hours, which to me was surprising, and I was like,
It's a 13 gigabyte game. I mean, like gigabyte, not direct measure, but I mean,
Yeah.
there's going to be a limited amount of content depending on the file size.
Right. But
I believe
mean,
it can be done in that time.
Yeah, I'm actually
Yeah,
having
yeah,
a
it
pretty
can.
good fun time with it. Like, mind you, like to me, I feel like it's well worth my time. We're only halfway. On top of that, Catherine Full Body just came out. And so it's absolutely everything I remembered plus more because of the new character drop that came out.
You guys know in
And-
chat everything
Yeah.
and more.
2 streams in so far. I don't know if we'll be able to stream tonight because it's going to be kind of late enough as it is. But I mean, we're going to continue playing at least to get one ending out of it. If anything, I was talking about this again with a different coworker. I might look into, just as far as like the answers go, just to see how we can get a Rin ending. Only because I'm really curious about one of the extra 5 new ones.
And yeah, and she's the new character. Yo, what up? Your player 2. Thanks for coming to the stream.
Awesome. Hola. But I mean, we've been playing that, and then on top of that, I mean, just I'm overwhelmed with everything that's been coming out in
Too much?
September.
It's just
Yeah,
too
it's just
much.
way too much. I mean, tomorrow is Gears 5. And then
Tomorrow's also.
also Monster Hunter Iceborne, and
Which-
so
We'll talk at the end of the show.
well, no, but that's what I'm talking about, like why I'm so overwhelmed, because I'm like, fuck, I still need to finish Blair, I still need to finish Catherine Full Body. Now I'm getting into Gears 5, and I need to do Monster Hunter. Like,
there's just not enough time.
I just did a fucking 11-hour shift today. I'm tired, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck. I need to
wanna
put out
play
this
more games.
Yeah, I just need extra time, and I'm like, do I call out? No, of course not, because that's bad. But regardless, I'm like, I need to play
kids,
as much
bad.
as possible, and I need to play with you guys. And so it's just, I'm getting overwhelmed. And then of course, like, there's still more stuff coming out that we're gonna be picking up at the end of the month.
Yeah,
This
absolutely.
is like the most American complaint. Oh,
I've
God,
got
guys.
too much.
I have too
Are
many
you-
games
Are
to
you
play.
okay?
Yeah.
Cynthia, are you okay? Well, kind of, guys.
No, I actually
Um,
complained about this at work today. They're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm so tired." They're like, "Why?" I was like, "I have too many games to play right now," and like my boss is staring at me, and I'm like, "Everything's just dropping at once," and he's like just shaking his head, like he knows I stream, so it's just really funny because he's like, "Cool."
Hey, the definition or the example that I always give, it's like somebody who's really into Jordan shoes, and that month there's 4 pairs of Jordan shoes dropping. They're like, yo, I only have so much money, but I want them all. and you don't even have the time to wear them all. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna wear one pair out, and one pair is your
They might
classic
not
pair.
even wear them at all.
You know, it's the same thing. It's like video games. They just don't have enough time to be able to play them all, but we'll try. So for myself, I've been playing, just to wrap that up, I've been playing Astral Chain, which is an amazing experience on Nintendo Switch. If you guys haven't had a chance to play it, it's probably one of Platinum's finest. I'm a huge fan of Bayonetta. Never played Nier Automata, but I heard great things about that. That one just didn't interest me. We all say it different. Tomato, tomato. Jakin, right? Jakan, Jakin.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Nah. You're wrong. Nier Automata. I'm gonna go with that. That's what it is. I like Bayonetta, you know, but this game it does something different that really just it hits me in the right places. It has the right amount of anime, the right amount of customization, and a really good story on top of it. So that's been super captivating. I'm playing a game for review right now called Fell Seal Arbiter's Mark. So I'm playing through that game right now. It's a strategy RPG, so it's definitely a good game to follow up Fire Emblem with. So that's been an interesting time. I'm gonna have some thoughts coming on the channel very soon about that. And then obviously there's still Fire Emblem that I've been playing. I've been going through my New Game Plus, the Golden Deer. You know, I gotta keep Jakin alive in the Golden Deer playthrough. Gotta keep him. You know, he's top tier husbando right now. Jakin is
Husbando
in Golden Deer. So playing through that right now.
There's no meat. It's not a meal.
There's no meat. It's not a meal. That's the statement right there. Bought Final Fantasy VIII, but I don't know when I'm gonna get to it. And then
you bought that?
And then
That
I've been
wasn't on my
playing
list.
some Horizon Chase Turbo as well. And I've also been playing Persona 3 Fez, so I went
Bitch
back
ignoring me.
and played that as well. So, speaking about playing a lot of games, that's the look that a lot of people had yesterday. But mine was excited for the Nintendo Direct. You know, some people, their hype levels were negative. Mine was in the red of positivity. I felt that it was an E3 level style Nintendo Direct. And guys, this is the Nintendo freaking Palooza of podcasts today. This is mostly all Nintendo today. It's going to be a fantastic one. We're going to go through everything that happened yesterday in the Nintendo Direct. We're going to talk about what our thoughts are on it, how we feel, and we also want to know how you guys felt in chat too as we go through each of the announcements. So starting with that, I'll hit us with a fancy transition, and Mr. Chris, you take it away, my friend.
Well, it's only fitting that we have our favorite representative from Nintendo America, Mr. Jakin Bacon, with us today because we have a lot of news for Nintendo Go Over. I'm there with you. I've only been able to catch bits and pieces of the Nintendo Direct. I haven't watched the whole way through. I've just basically actually pretty much digested most of it from little clips. But everything that has come out has been, like, I think, very forthcoming about a lot of titles that maybe, like, we already know about, or things that were a surprise, you know, or sort of a surprise, like the Super Nintendo console, which was speculated, but here we are. And then just like I do know that some people were let down because they're thinking Breath of the Wild sequel and XYZ, but I really think it was a very, very solid bit of information, especially with like people who are looking for the Animal Crossing info, more Pokemon Shield and customization. I mean, honestly, what's not to love? Nintendo showed off a lot of upcoming games with 20 dropping today.
Today!
That was insane.
It happened.
A little late, but it happened.
Yeah, a little late. I was refreshing quite often for this, but 20 titles dropping today alone, included in your Nintendo Online Pass. If you should have that, like Super Mario World, and less obvious ones like Stunt Race FX. Basically, SNES controllers are now available for purchase for $30 each for Switch Online members only as well. Some of the titles that came out were, Super Mario Kart.
Go through the 20. Let's see what
We'll
kind
go
of
through the
hotness?
whole 20.
What kind of hotness did they give us?
We got Brawl Brothers, Demon's Crest, which I hear is actually a really, really, really good game. I've not played it, but it's one of those that kind of flew under the radar, but it's like a cult classic.
It's an RPG, right?
I believe so, but it looks like it plays like a side scroller almost. Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics, Kirby's Dream Land 3, Star Fox, Super EDF, which is Earth Defense Force, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, Super Puyo Puyo 2, Super Tennis, Breath of Fire, F-Zero, Kirby's Dream Course, Pilot Wings, Stunt Race FX, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Really happy to see that one. That one's a fun one. Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Super Soccer, and if anybody was surprised at all, get with it. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Oh my lord. Guys, this is huge. This is huge. So I have a lot of thoughts on this announcement. Yesterday I lost my mind. I was like, this is awesome. Really, I didn't think that Nintendo was going to come and just mic drop the SNES games to this fashion. But before I give my thoughts, I want to go to you guys, the panel here. What do you guys think? What were your thoughts while this happened, and what are your thoughts after now having a chance, Jakin and Mono, to play it?
I'm gonna keep mine real brief. Mine is, if you followed us and you've been with us in the podcast, we speculated on some FCC filings for the controller.
Yep.
That all came to fruition. So my two thoughts immediately were about damn time. First of all, and second of all, at least, or actually, I guess, oh my god, I can't wait. It would be the next one. About damn time, and oh my god, I can't wait. NES games, while they are classic, I grew up with them. I love them. They're great. Time-wise, Super NES definitely stood the test of time on some of the more playable games, more memorable games, more that you stood that test of time. Like I said, I'm happy to see it here, and 20 games, phenomenal to start off with. I just can't wait to see where it goes.
I agree.
So unlike Dom, I wouldn't say I was terribly surprised, just because it was something Nintendo needed to do to kind of secure the people that needed to re-up for the online service, to kind of sweeten the pot a little bit. There are a few games in particular I'm very excited about. Kirby's Dream Land 3, Star Fox, obviously, The Legend of Zelda, Super Mario. What? Super Mario. Never actually played that. So that's going to be fun to go through, because I hear that's the best 2D. That's going to be...
It's up there.
Yeah, definitely.
I hear the level design is top.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. I'm down with the SNES, but it's not like my favorite. Like, I would much rather have, just personally, I'd much rather have like Dreamcast games. Like, if they brought over the Dreamcast library, like Stone, stuff like that, I'd be more excited. But there are a few games on here that are going to be a lot of fun to go back to and everything like that. I haven't played the original Star Fox until today.
It's not great, but at least it's an option. I'm glad it's an option.
I mean, I like Star Fox 64. Was like one of my favorite games on the N64. So it's just kind of like nostalgia, pretty much, for the most part. But I mean, it's cool. I'm interested to see if they're going to bring the random ass games like they did for the NES, or if they're going to bring more iconic ones. Because they were really scraping the random ass barrel, some of those NES. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. That's all I have to say about that.
Real quick, Jakin, everyone is
Chat blew
voting.
up.
Yeah, everyone is voting you off of this podcast in chat.
Why is this?
Because what was the game?
You didn't play the greatest Mario game of all time, Super Mario World? Was that what did we hear you right?
Yeah, I've never played.
Yeah, everyone now is boycotting you, and they say we need to get rid of you.
Did you, when I sent out the Survey Monkey for LootCast auditions, one of the questions was, have you played Super Mario World? If I remember your application right, motherfucker, that was checkbox yes.
No, dude. I like 3D Mario's better. What do you want from me?
We want the truth.
I like Mario 64. Fuck you.
That's funny. That's funny. Okay. Your thoughts?
Which one was that one game I told you that I liked that I played? I don't remember the name of it. It's like some really old zombie like one. The one that
Ghost
showed.
and Ghost and Ghouls, Ghosts and Goblins.
Was that the one that showed you the little rewind?
Yeah, Ghouls and Ghosts.
Yeah, that one. And I mean, that one I'm excited about because I actually played that one. All the other ones I'm not really familiar with. And then I actually want to get my hands on Zelda because, I mean, the earliest Zelda game I ever played was Twilight Princess. So it's kind of cool now that I have the ability to play an older game on the Switch without having to actually play a super-ass old console. Like, blow dust off of it and whatnot.
Your player 2 says, burn the heretic!
That's
Burn
what I
him!
was laughing at.
Here's the thing: to piggyback that, Cynthia, is it's so great because with the online console or whatever, like a lot of the modern conveniences of emulators are like save states, right? Like
Yeah.
I gotta go to friggin' work and I can't like maybe if I'm not at a save point or like it's inconvenient to save, like
Yeah.
I can literally just
Pause.
I've got like there's only like 2 or 3 save states. I can have like 6. You can like rewind if you want to go back. I mean, this gets into
you
is
fuck
that cheating
something
at
up.
maybe, but still, like as an adult, it's like I got shit to do. This is really cool that I can do it on here, and go do that shit and come back and pick up right where I left off. That's super convenient.
Yeah. So,
That is one of, real quick, Dom. Sorry, that is one of the benefits to the new, or the re-releases of the Final. You can literally speed them up, and you can probably beat Final Fantasy IX in like 20 hours, 25 hours. Speed.
yeah, it's just one of those modern conveniences of today.
What are you
Jake?
gonna say, Dom?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking go.
I was
Oh
like,
my
God.
what's going
No,
on?
what I was gonna say though was about the whole SNES thing is like honestly like yes this has been a long time coming, but the thing is I was not expecting Nintendo to drop 20 titles on us. I was expecting like a drip drop of games, 2-3 at a time, kind of moving forward. I expected them to say SNES games are coming. I just didn't think they were gonna go like here's all these SNES games at one point. And arguably, the SNES has one of the best gaming libraries ever. I think someone can make an argument saying that the SNES has the best, if not Nintendo library, just the best library in video games ever. And it's such a huge library, and I'm glad to see that they started off with 20 really solid games. And they did it separately from the Nintendo regular Nintendo home entertainment system online. They have like a whole separate app where they're housing these now. And this gives me really good positive vibes for going forward on what we're going to continue to get, like Earthbound. I'm very excited to be able to play these things. Now, the reality is I have my SNES Classic, and it is hooked up, but it's very rare that I actually boot it up, plug the controller into play. It's more of just a novelty on the TV.
It's literally just sitting.
But now having these games on the Switch, I actually love playing Super Mario Kart. I play that with my daughter sometimes. She has it on the Game Boy Advance, and when she's failing, I take over for her. I love playing
really
F-Zero. I have that on emulator. I've actually recently played that on my GBA emulator, legally, of course. I've also really want to be able to go and play Link to the Past. I'm glad that she's able to play and she's excited to play it because it's one of the best Zelda games of all time. And my likelihood to play these games just increased through the roof because they're now easily accessible on the Switch, and they're going to be easily streamable too if I want to stream it. Much like I think Mr. Your Player 2, I saw him streaming earlier with these SNES games. So those are really cool things that they did. I'm just very excited to see what they do with this going forward. The other cool thing too is there's a lot of Japan-only SNES games that we never got in the West, like Puyo Puyo over here. Like that was one of the rare 4-player Tetris-style Puyo Puyo games that was Japan-only. They have now gone back and completely redone it and given it the English dub over. And that's super cool, and that excites me because now are we going to finally get Mother 3 over? we've actually never gotten Mother 3 over in the West. We've only have fan translations, so that just kind of tells me that there's a chance that actually will actually happen in the Switch's lifetime, which makes it super exciting for us just to be able to get all these games. And I'm more invested in having the Nintendo Online for the foreseeable future, because really having it for the actual online services is, I barely don't use it, but this is a good thing, especially for people like me and like most of the people in chat who are like, retro gamers as well. So I think that's really cool, and I'm very glad that they did that. Yo, what up, V-Sips in chat?
Well, talking about like retro games, right? Like somebody today actually apologized to me. They're like, I am so sorry you had to start off with Twilight Princess or Zelda. I was like, what do you mean? They're like, you never got to enjoy like Ocarina of Time or what was the other one?
Majora's Mask.
Yeah, Majora's Mask. That was the one.
And what's even worse is those aren't even where you should start. It really is like A Link to the Past, or even the original Zelda on the Nintendo.
Yeah. But like I thought that was funny. I was like, I actually kind of like that game, right? Like I had extremely fun on it, but the fact that now I can go back even further without having to like cross my fingers. I mean, I know our old consoles will work, but I know I don't want to play it on such an old system. So the fact that I can have it now on a portable device, it makes me, I mean, it's not one that I'm going to jump for right now at this moment because I have other stuff for me that are important, but the fact that I have the ability to go back to it now, it's kind of nice.
Absolutely. And one thing that the internet did actually seem to jump for was this freaking Smash announcement. I was extremely surprised. I thought that it was going to be covered with disappointment all over the internet, but internet seems fine with the Smash announcement. Who got announced? Mono, tell us.
Yeah, I mean, the majority definitely was. I did see a few salty tears, but mostly, I'd say 90%, 95% of people were on board with Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury coming to Smash Ultimate, and even more DLC characters on the way, which I think it's down to just one left, right? So I think it's one character on the way.
Yeah.
Either way.
This is the fourth one.
Yeah, isn't there only 5?
There's 5. So Terry is the 4th announced. There's still one in the making.
Right.
There's going to be more DLC.
Right.
Oh, isn't there?
Yeah,
yes.
they also announced
Yes,
that.
they also announced that they're going to be going past the 5 characters.
Wow.
But in the first DLC pack for the 5, Terry is the 4th of 5th, but they're making more.
Wake me up when Doom Guy gets put in. I don't care. Are you okay? The Neo Geo Hero will be the next guest star of Nintendo's All-Star Game in November 2019. That means there's just one more challenge pack character left. Of course, they have announced that more DLC characters are coming. Also, Banjo and Kazooie now available for all you Kazooie Banjo fans out there, which apparently is a lot more than I thought. But people definitely are very, very happy about that as well.
Jake, this is your subject. Take it away.
All right, guys. So, I think the biggest thing about the Direct in terms of Smash was the announcement of more DLC. Because there was, with only one fighter being left after the Terry Bogard thing, people were sweating. People were worried, especially with rumors of a certain ninja being that number 5. I think that would be fantastic. But there's still Ryu Hayabusa.
Ninja Gaiden.
I don't even know who Terry is.
That's fine.
Terry Bogard?
Yeah.
Not a lot of people do, so it's fine.
I know it was like a way throwback, but
I bet that the community is just a little happy not to get another sword player. In general, right?
I mean, instead, they just got a dollar store version of Ryu from Street Fighter.
Ooh,
he's gonna
salty.
be better. Watch this, dude. Terry Bogard is gonna be so much better than Ken.
He might be.
I'll put money on it because DLC characters are never bad.
They pay to win.
Money for them.
They pay to win.
No, but they're not going to be bad.
Yeah, well, fair.
Ken and Ryu are like mid-tier.
Oh yeah, I know it's
At
terrible. It's
best.
terrible. It's actually terrible playing with them.
They're good, but they have like serious flaws. And if you're fighting somebody with a sword, you might as well just fucking kill yourself because there's no chance in hell you're gonna win, unless you're way better than them. But I digress.
V-Sips, he said Terry's for South America since they mainly had SNK. He's right. And then X said, "You guys be quiet."
I do agree with Jake on this though. I don't really have much input here, but I do think that learning this now, the announcement of more DLC, I think that's huge for Smash. And I really don't know, like for a while, whenever they had the pack and they were like 5 characters, I was like, man, they're really like kind of backing themselves into a wall for a game that could last like 5+ years before the next one. Like, and they're going to release them over the course of a year.
I think that's the reassuring thing for people after the Direct is a game that's super thriving right now and like the community's still like really passionate is Splatoon 2. And they just did the last Splatfest, right? So basically, there's not really anything that's super cool happening going forward in that game. And that whole community is like, whoa, what the hell? Why'd you kill my game? Basically, you can still play online and stuff, but there's nothing new coming to the game anymore. So I think the fear out there for Smash fans, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jake, is after February hits and the last fighter comes out, the fear is that's it. You know what I mean? And now it's like a second breath of life that just got breathed back into the game, which I think kind of puts a lot of people at ease. Now, my one question is, am I going to have to fork out another $25 for another 3, 5, however many characters? More than likely. But I think that's really good news for Smash fans. And as far as Terry Bogard, I mean, I hate, and that's just because of the story that I was telling you offline, Mona, was there was the year 2000, there was a nice 11-year-old Dom who was very excited to get a fighting game that year. And your boy asked for Tekken on the PlayStation 1.
Oh, no.
And I didn't get Tekken. My uncle thought that a cheaper game would be just as fun. King of Fighters 2000 would be a fantastic option. Now, the word bargain bin gets thrown around a lot in chat, Mr. Chips, where you're at. And that's what King of Fighters was to me. And I looked at it and I was like, thanks. And I just kind of like, you know, I'm gonna go play a different game. And ever since then, Terry and that whole crew have always been 4th tier, 5th tier, and I'm not even a fighting game fan, never have been. So
no, did anybody play Rival Schools?
No,
I've heard of it.
Has anybody heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Who is that under? Because like, it's one of those games. Like, I had a modded PlayStation, and somebody like gave me this sleeve full of like modded discs or whatever.
You know the developers that make Darkstalkers? It's made by them.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was one of those that I was like, after Mortal Kombat. I'm not a huge fighter. Like, I can't talk on the subject, but it was definitely one of those. That's like, what is this? Definitely not marketed towards me, but that's fine. Yeah, it's interesting. I want to see Smash continue. Even if it's not like, I'm not like a super fighter game dude. Like, I like Smash. I like the idea of Smash, especially since the whole like, franchise walls have come down.
Yeah.
I really like to see who they add. I think it's really fun to speculate, and I think the rumors are really fun too.
YP2, good night. Yeah, another thing that kind of excites me too is Nintendo has so many different IPs that there's so many characters out there who is still Nintendo that haven't made it to Smash yet. So what's cool is the next DLC that drops could have more third-party representation, but it could have more first-party representation as well. And I think that the opportunity for that could be really cool. Now, on a personal level, I haven't played Smash since April. I updated it last night for Banjo. I haven't even opened it, right? The last announcement that really hit home for me was Joker. And after that, I was like, yep, my $25 was well spent. But I'm not good at Smash. I don't frequently play it. It's not in my repertoire of games that's constantly on my list. But I am kind of an outsider, and I will jump into it every so often, as I'm sure I will kind of towards Christmas time. But I think that's just really cool for Smash fans to have more of a future. So I think that's really cool.
Well done. You said it was my topic, and then you...
I know. Like, you didn't even have
It's okay.
that much to say.
I'm still
on it.
waiting for your opinion on Banjo and all that. I thought you were going to take it away.
Well, I was trying to. Well, first of all, let me address what you said about Smash fans being worried about the game
Yes.
dying after all the DLC. Uh, I think that's ridiculous. If Smash fans are unlike any fans on the planet, Melee is almost 20 years old,
God, has
and
it been that
they
long?
play it at Evo. Now, is Smash Ultimate, does it have the fan base that Melee does? No. Could it get there eventually? Yes. The only problem with Ultimate is that there's a lot of viable characters in the game, but there seems to be everyone complaining about there's a few at the top that people seem to hate, namely Joker right now, just because the best player in the world is winning. It's not, it's just one of those things. But the best part about the announcement of additional DLC is that it gives hope. I think that's the biggest thing. It gives hope to people that still want Sora in the game, that still want Rex, uh, that want Chrono. There's still a chance that these classic, iconic characters can get into the game, and that's going to keep the game more than relevant for the next couple years. Because I don't think there's going to be another Smash game until at least halfway through the next gen.
Yeah, you're not
I
getting
mean, how
another
could
Smash that's like Switch 2 or something.
like I'm talking for a while. As for Banjo, Banjo's good. He has a lot. I'm gonna go into Smash talk right now. So if you guys don't understand,
Please do.
he has okay. So he has a lot of interesting moves. His Nair is he has the same Nair as Ivysaur. It's pretty useful. It's not terribly strong, but it is something that you can use to link into combos. He has a down air that's very reminiscent to Corrin. He has a down tilt that's very reminiscent of like the sword poke from Roy. So he has like very, and then he has great range. He has good spacing tools with his grenades and everything like that. So he's a very interesting character, and he's pretty fast. He's not very heavy. He's not. The only thing that's annoying about him that people will overuse online, namely, is the fact that his side B is very similar to Charizard's Flare Blitz.
Oh, okay.
But you get 5 per stock. You can use it 5 times. It's not safe on shield at all. So if you can use it and get punished very easily. But online, with the input lag, it's a lot easier to get hit by it. And it will kill you at 100 if you're standing on the left side of the stage and you get hit on like in that direction. You'll die at 100 if you're not heavy. So he's a fun character. He's not broken. I think he's not going to cause as big an uproar as Hero, obviously. And I'm liking him a lot more than I thought I would, because I was never a huge Banjo fan, but
Mhm.
he is a fun character to play. So yeah.
Now,
As for the last character,
I was just gonna ask you a question. Would you say that that's been a consensus or a theme of the DLCs? I've heard a lot of people say that with each character releases. I like character insert here a lot more than I thought. So would you say it's kind of been the theme of all of the characters?
I think that it's funny because people have VC. Speaking of VC, people have these preconceived notions about things before they get their hand. So what happens as Smash fans is we see Sakurai playing the character, we see the trailers, and we immediately make split-second judgments about how they're going to play, how
Mhm.
they're going to be, and most of the time, we're wrong. Um,
Yeah.
people saw Hero and immediately thought that he was going to be absolutely broken. But there's so many things about Hero that make him bad that the janky random stuff kind of falls to the wayside. His ending lag on a bunch of his moves is so long that you can literally kick the shit out of him before he hits the ground. Well, like if you do his dash attack and he misses, that's a free punish, like 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100. But at the same time, if you run up to him and he down Bs and randomly clicks Hatchet Man, you're dead. So it's just like you take the good with the bad with Hero. As for Joker, Joker is the best character. With Arsene. If he does not have Arsene, he's like A tier.
Yeah,
He's
that
good.
makes sense.
But with Arsene, I think he's probably the best character. Just because.
Did we lose you?
We lost some Jakin.
Can you hear me
Uh-oh.
now?
Uh-oh. Hola?
Or I'll be Jakin. But yeah, Joker just really the best player in the game. I mean, he's just like S++ tier. You know what I'm saying? It's like that Bayonetta before him, right?
That's what I heard him say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it basically was that. V-Sips in the chat says Joker with Arsene is S tier. Without Arsene, he is a B tier. Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely. Jake, and hopefully we get you back here in a second. We're all holding our breath. Jake got taken by the Nintendo ninjas.
And evaluate how he was representing the company. He'll be back soon.
They're like Nintendo, like we have a Nintendo guy in all of these, and he's going the other way. And they're
See,
like,
the funny
capture
thing is,
him.
I still imagine him talking, and then
He
like
probably is.
and not realizing that we can't hear him anymore. And then once he finally is done talking, he's gonna be like, "Why the fuck are these guys not talking to me?"
He'd be like, I'm Jake, and I'm about to drop some knowledge on them. Waiting for. Okay, well, hopefully we get him back in a second. It's like he didn't go anywhere, so I don't know if he hears us or not. He can continue his Super Smash Bros. Knowledge drop. But Mr. Mono, that moves us over into the next subject, which is I'm gonna take that away for like 2 seconds. But
It's all you, because I got nothing.
Okay, he's got.
It's
it.
real
Yes.
awesome. He'll come back. He'll come back.
Yeah.
He'll get his internet. We'll roll right back into it. We got a lot of stuff to cover here anyway, so we'll hop
Okay.
back to his.
Yeah,
But a Wii U gym is coming to Switch. Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Encore, whatever that means. Fancy talk.
Whoa.
A++ PokeGo. January 17th is when it's slated for release. By the way, all this information is coming from the Kotaku breakdown, just so everybody's aware. If you want to check out the article yourself, you can. The Switch version of this will include new story elements, new content. We got a new song. Looks like we got a new song and new characters. Not many Wii U games to go before the whole library will end up on the Switch.
okay, so I'll take this one away. I don't know. I know that she knows about it, and I don't know if you know of its existence, Mo. You know okay, so I'll take it away. So Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE is probably my favorite game on the Nintendo Wii U. It is a Shin Megami Tensei cross Fire Emblem game. So much like you know how I love Fire Emblem, I also love Shin Megami Tensei. It's made by the creators of Persona and the composers of some of the music on Shin Megami Tensei, Fire Emblem, Shin Megami Tensei, Persona. All of them kind of came together and they collaborated to make this like a music game. So it's based on you being like in the idol world in Japan, but there's things that happen like Persona-ish to where you have like otherworldly things, much like Persona's alternate world that come into play in the game. And it is a RPG that's mixed with like those Persona themes, with like think of like the Persona battle system mixed with like Fire Emblem elements and characters. And it's just one of those games that came later into the Wii U's life. So, the Wii U only sold 12 to 15 million units, and a very small portion of those people really got to experience Tokyo Mirage Session Sharp FE. So I'm just very excited that one of my favorite games by Atlas is able to get new life on the Switch, and I'm excited that more people are going to get to experience it, because it is in my opinion, like 10 out of 10 up there with like some of my favorite games of all time. I even recently started playing it this year. So guys, when it comes out in January, run, pre-order, get it. You will not be disappointed.
No.
Legitly.
Real quick, Sip says he is hyped for Tokyo Mirage Sessions Encore. He missed it on the Wii U. So he definitely is considering checking the game out, since besides that, in January and AC in March, 2020 looks barren for Nintendo, is his speculation there.
Hey, I mean, that's a perfect time, right?
VSIP?
That's a perfect
Yeah.
time.
I mean, we don't know anything beyond that, right? I mean, Animal Crossing in March, and we have no idea what the hell's going on. So I tend to agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very
Also,
much.
Chris Levi, thanks for coming by. I appreciate you, my friend.
Thanks,
I hope you
buddy.
enjoy Gears 5.
Another one I have to wait for.
And welcome back, Jake.
Also, yeah, dude, ninjas came through the window.
And the Nintendo Reggie Fils may come out of retirement just to snatch you up.
So you shut the fuck up.
No
Now,
one
dude,
speaking.
Another thing I wanted to say real quick is, I don't know if you watched the Smash thing, but Sakurai had the cheekiest smile on his face when he said they were making more DLC. He was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Yeah, money."
Like he knew what he was saying. He's like, yeah. Uh-oh.
And then he said, if you want Banjo, go play it on the Xbox.
Yeah, I know.
And
Oh,
then
this
that
motherfucker.
everybody audibly, you can hear the whole world audibly gasp. They're like, Banjo? Go play it on what? The Xbox. Oh, Xbox. Like, he got
He's
us.
so funny, dude. He was having the room cracking. He's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Did we lose Mono as well?
No, he might have just stepped away real quick.
Oh, okay, he ran
Are we
away.
just talking about what we liked in the direct?
What happened?
Or are we talking about Tokyo? Are we just talking about what we liked in the direct, or are we talking about Tokyo Mirage?
We moved.
Yeah, I was
we
talking
moved on
about
to Tokyo Mirage.
Tokyo Mirage coming to the Switch.
It's really sweet, dude.
I'm sorry?
I said I never played it. I didn't have a Wii U, like 99% of the population. So
We did.
1% stand strong. I mean, I'll check it out, dude. I just love Japanese shit, so I'll definitely,
It's fantastic, man. I'm telling you.
bro. I'll definitely get it. As for like, you know what I am surprisingly hyped about, which I didn't think I was going to be. This is a common theme with me. The games I think I'm going to be excited for, usually I'm not excited for them when
That
comes around, like,
happens.
but I'm slowly getting very excited about Switcher.
About what?
Switch
Yeah.
what?
Witcher 3.
Oh, Witcher.
Oh, Witcher
Witcher.
3.
For Switch.
Have you never experienced it before?
They call it Switcher. Guys, keep up. Try and keep up.
Swiffer?
Switcher.
I heard you're just
Swiffer?
fucking with you.
With it.
I will fuck you up, Cynthia.
Try me.
Have I experienced it? I played first couple hours of it on my Xbox
Mm-hmm.
years ago. But something about big games like that, I hate playing them on home console.
Yeah, really?
What?
So-
Why?
Unless it's because I hate sitting in front of my TV. The
Oh,
only
you're
game,
that.
like,
You're definitely that 1% that like takes it to the basketball court and wants to play it.
No, well, I mean, I took my Switch to work today and I was playing Smash.
There you go.
But I just like, I mean, there's a few games that I had to play on home console that, like Skyrim, played through that entire thing on my 360. But for the most part, I never loved playing huge games.
You're a weird child.
Well,
Yeah.
then it's perfect. You're going to get to play the Witcher 3 experience in 500p. It's going to be fantastic, and you're going to love it.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
Dynamic
You know how good that
resolution.
game-
I mean, we
you know
were
how
talking
good
about
that
it.
game looks?
We were talking about it yesterday, right? And we were like, man, we would totally get it, but the problem is, so we have it. What is it on? What is it on?
I have it on the Xbox, the PlayStation 4, and the PC.
Yeah, we also have like the DLCs that came out along with it, right? The problem is whenever we go back and try to like replay it, like we're always stuck in this one particular area, and for the life of us, we can't get through it.
Rax, let it go.
And then like on top of that, Dom's like, well, I want to play the DLC, but the problem is we have to get through the stupid story first before we can even get to that. And at that point, we're just like, fuck it, and we put it away.
Yeah, I've tried replaying that game at least 6 times in the last 4 years.
Yeah, and we haven't been doing very good at it. It's definitely one that I won't be getting for the Switch, only because, I mean, like, we have it on literally everything else, and yeah, it hasn't been a good time. Even though I love the game, it just,
Besides, there is another game coming out, I believe the day after it, that is going to be a little bit friendlier to your wallet, as well as a new experience for us all. I'm talking, of course, about Little Town Hero from Game announced October 16th for $24.99.
Is he reading this on our thing? The fuck
No,
is he reading?
he's totally out of order. He doesn't do agendas.
I'm like, where the fuck is this on the agenda? Where is he reading?
It is going to be it is a budget gem, I'm sure.
Yeah, everyone's asking now, which game are you talking about?
So
Little Town Hero.
So Chris, here, I'll do a takeover real quick. We'll go through a couple of things that were announced, and then we'll talk more about Little Town Hero. So some of the other things that were
was a seamless
announced.
transition.
Some of the other
But you
things
skipped everything.
that were announced were, and I don't know if you guys have anything that you want to say about it, please stop me here. Was Deadly Premonition. That was announced on the Switch, and it is getting a sequel, which is Deadly Premonition 2. The Assassin's Creed Rebel Collection, which includes Black Flag and Rogue. Divinity Original Sin 2. Again, I'm going through the games I'm assuming the whole panel may not care about, so you guys let me know if you guys do. Star Wars Jedi Outcast.
You're surprised about
coming
that one.
September 24th, which I was surprised about. We have the Return of the Obra Dinn, which I saw on the internet today. Somebody said best game of 2018. I was like, what world do you live in? An update for Tetris 99 and
That you have to pay a monthly prescription for, or subscription.
yes, and then that does lead us into Little Town Hero, which is done by the developers of Game Freak. So this one.
Oh, that's the one where like you're the little boy hero saving the
Yes.
town.
Yes.
I mean, that looked all right.
that looks amazing. Chris, do you want to
Shut
read
up,
that
It looked
description there real
alright.
quick?
Yeah, so the Game Freak's town is now called Little Town Hero. The main character's name is Axe, but he doesn't have one or any other weapons besides ideas. And you know what? What's more powerful than an idea?
You being squashed
game-
by a bigger idea.
Yeah.
Shoot him
well,
with a weapon.
This game is from the developer of Pokemon. It looks like a pretty straightforward JRPG with some clever battle ideas. Music is composed by Undertale creator Toby Fox. It's coming on October 16th, and you can pre-purchase and preload it today. Now, Dom, you're wrong. I do have something to say about Deadly Premonition 2. I am a fan of Twin Peaks, which is basically what it rips off of. Deadly Premonition 1 was lit. And I'm ready for Deadly Premonition 2, and I'm so surprised that anybody ever thought about it ever again.
Lame.
Really, truth be told. Like honestly, it's like one of those. This is like I figured that was a one and done for all of eternity. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, what else is kind of
Only-
cool is Game Freak's Little Town Hero, right, Jake?
Lame.
I was gonna say the only deadly premonition I have is when I think about wrapping myself around.
Wrapping yourself around what?
Nothing. It was dark humor.
Oh, there we
Talking
go.
about killing myself.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I
That's too much.
thought you meant like wrapping yourself in the blanket we all know you're in right now.
Actually, my dog's problem.
So back to Little Town Hero. So, anyways, yeah, it's by the developers at Game Freak. Game looks amazing. I was delightfully surprised that it's just around the corner. It's only a little over a month away. Game looks amazing. It is, like Jacob said, going to be a gem on the Switch. My only fear is that we're not going to get a physical release, and I really, really hope that we do, because I think this will be a deserving of a physical release. And I kind of, I don't know.
Isn't it a mobile game?
It's looking, oh my god, no. It's looking
Is it
a
mobile
little
game?
bit,
Cynthia.
it's looking a little bit
great.
better. She watched the whole Direct yesterday. It's fine.
It looks
It's
done.
looking even a little bit better than visually than like the newer Pokemon game that's coming out, and that makes me super excited too. And I honestly cannot wait for this JRPG.
It's
I
not
think
my
it's gonna
fault
be
you
fantastic.
confused me when you're like, I already have it preloaded. I thought you meant on the phone, like Pokemon Masters, like how you did it that one
Nope,
time.
not talking about that at all. Little Town Hero on the
and
Nintendo Switch.
I fucking know what game you're talking about. But when you said that you had it preloaded, it reminded me like when you had Pokemon Masters preloaded, and you ended up never fucking playing that either. Like, I
don't play
Too
mobile
salty.
games.
No, just I mean, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't look good.
And that's fine.
And even the concept, all you need is ideas. Like, no,
He
fucking
has a weapon.
give me a fucking sword. Give me guts. Let me slash this motherfucker up. Like, give me a good game. Like, it looks fucking stupid. And I mean, a lot of people are probably gonna hate me for it.
It's
I don't
okay.
care.
You're allowed to be wrong. It's fine.
No,
That's
no,
what
no.
this
That's the second
podcast-
fucking time you guys have said I've been wrong.
That's what this
Nah.
podcast is
Nah.
about. It's about right opinions and wrong ones. It's a mixture
there's
of
no
both.
right
Weapon,
and wrong
yeah.
opinion. It's just opinions.
Okay, yes, as
Okay.
Jake said, they did show him with the weapon.
Yeah, no, they did, and that's why I was
Weapon.
like, he does have a weapon, and that's why I
Yes.
thought it was dumb because it's like you only need ideas to defeat him.
That's just the
And
that's
then,
just the
like-
back of the
like
box
even,
text.
Even when he goes to like, you can go to other villagers. Shut up, guys.
What do you think happens in
go to
fights,
other
Cynthia?
village.
Hold on. What do you think happens in a? What do you think you have before someone does something? You have an idea, like, oh, he's going to swing with his left. I'm gonna duck and uppercut him. That's an idea.
Give me fucking rocks, and I'll just chuck rocks.
She
I
has
don't
an
know.
idea to throw rocks.
Stop.
I mean, I'm kind of
It's
in
just-
Cynthia's. I'm kind of in
Guys
Cynthia's camp. I don't
only.
give a hot damn about this. Like even in a little bit, even in the slightest.
It's- It's gonna be
Personally.
good for $24.99, and people are like,
Wait,
oh,
it's $24.99.
Yeah, $25.
Yes.
Fuck that. Like,
They
the
go,
game looks
"Oh,
stupid.
This is a high quality game.
Better be $5
Long
fucking
game.
dollars. It looks stupid as shit. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just I saw it and I was like,
You
pass.
play Sea of Thieves, bro.
Like, okay, this has nothing in comparison to Sea of Thieves. This
Nah,
will
dude,
look
we're
like
getting
you will.
personal now.
No, no, no.
Sea of Thieves is fucking dog shit.
No, this looks like. To be honest, this is what I'm gonna fucking bet. Okay, Dom is only gonna play at most 10 fucking hours.
That's the
At
game.
mo-
I'm gonna beat it.
That's fucking stupid. Why am
forget.
I gonna pay $25 fucking dollars for a 10-hour game? That for
Whoa,
me,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
that's a fucking waste.
That's
of
an-
money.
that's a
People
sub-
paid 60 for Kirby, and it takes 5.
That's a subject for another podcast. I don't think that you can value a video game based on how much time you spend in it. It's about the experience that you have. Because if you start valuing
It looks
money
like I'm gonna have
to
a fucking
time,
terrible experience.
then that's where you get games that are trash who are just elongated. I think that's a different podcast.
I disagree. I actually think there's a direct correlation between time you can get out of a game and the price tag on it.
Absolutely not. So
I
with that
think
being
5
said,
hours for
Oh,
$60
dude.
is fucking dumb. Honestly.
Next.
Then Fire Emblem House should be $150.
Dude, I can't understand you. You sound like a fucking robot.
You do. What's going on, homie? The ninja came in and replaced him with a cyborg.
He switched to Sprint.
I'm on my
Oh.
my data because my router went out.
Okay, you sound a little bit better.
I was saying if you're basically, I said Fire Emblem should be $150.
Yeah, it should. $200.
Fire Emblem?
I raise you 50.
Fucking hate that game too.
Again,
That's not dude.
you're allowed to be
Fucking
wrong.
Westerner scum. I don't know.
Just
I
random
don't know.
insults. It's fine.
All right, so that's enough
Well,
about Little...
if
Yeah.
Little Town
Fucking
Hero
weeds on this
isn't, if that's not your cup of tea, we do have Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition coming in
Nope.
2020, along with Overwatch. Jake
Nope.
coming to Switch. The direct cold open
I will
Overwatch
say
trailer.
$40 is not bad, and it's gonna go on sale.
For Overwatch?
So, yeah, I mean it's gonna
What
go
do you-
on sale.
What do you
Yeah, I
think
can
about
see
the
that.
new ways to play, Jake, with the promise speculated gyro controls? You think you'll be leaderboard diamond, pushing platinum?
I can just see
Gyro
him moving the
controls
fucking Switch like
Suck
this.
my dick. That's how I feel about gyro controls. I hate them. Have you ever played Splatoon 2? With gyro
No,
controls?
not with gyro.
Everyone
No.
does it.
I don't.
Everyone,
It's
like,
terrible.
a lot of people do. I hate it so much.
Definitely
I hate it.
seems very
I was-
gimmicky.
I hate
was
it on the
making
Wii
fun
U.
of-
I hate it on the Switch.
I was making fun of Dom too because like it shows you the clip of Junkrat in his little tire wheel, right? And then like as you move it, like he turns directions. I'm like, what if you like flip it up? Does he jump? It's like it was the most stupidest thing ever. I mean, I do see people they're going to try to utilize it, but I mean, it's just a feature that most people aren't gonna like. It's like it's not gonna feel natural.
So here's what's not going to feel natural. It's going to be 720p and running at 30 frames per second. So it's going to run at half the speed of any other console runs. So that's going to feel pretty unnatural and
Yikes.
garbage.
It's gonna be pretty gross for a shooter.
And it's probably going to
honestly.
chug at times too. So it's
Ugh.
probably going to go sub 30. So that's going to be very, very bad.
Now I'm gonna go back to like a last podcast that we had when we talked about this. Is how is it going to play outside of your home?
It's not. That's it. It's just like Fortnite or any other online shooter.
stupid.
It won't. It's an online shooter. They're
It's-
not
yeah.
masking it saying come play Overwatch
No,
single player
but
experience.
it's supposed to be a handheld device. How the fuck am I supposed to play my handheld games?
It's a hybrid.
at home
No,
on Wi-Fi
I mean, that's stupid.
on the internet.
You got
It's
mobile
a hybrid.
hotspots, and we expect you to use your mobile data. Set your phone up for it. It's not our problem.
But it's the same thing. Why do people game on laptops? Because they do. Are they playing it?
Because they want to sit on the couch and play a
exact-
video game.
And people want to sit on the couch and play on the Nintendo Switch. And I'm sorry, NX, you were right. 900p docked. I'm sorry. You get all the pixels when you have it docked. But then at that point, why are you playing on the Switch?
Yeah,
Because
And
it
also-
is the only thing you own.
That's not
I'm-
true, though.
it's not even out yet.
There's people that only own the Switch.
Well, the
Fact.
light.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you are right. And this is an option for them. I'm not getting Overwatch, but I enjoyed Doom thoroughly on Switch at 30 frames. Yeah,
The
yeah.
thing is that Doom 30 frames, it's okay because it's not
It's
a competitive
doable.
shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not a competitive shooter.
you're not
being
factoring
the
in
main thing.
online connection.
I can
Not
just
only
see,
that,
I can
but-
just see the diva bomb going as
The
it gets
whole-
to its spot.
The whole thing about a competitive shooter is literally like in the PC world and also in the console world as well. But moreover, in the PC world, you see LG coming out with 244 hertz monitors. So and people will buy that dumb crap because like really it's negligible. Like 144 to 244 is so negligible like experience wise, but people will pay for that cutting edge on frame rate and like latency, like 1 millisecond latency. When you get on the Switch, you're locked to 30. 900p most, and you have latency to deal with. It's just like, is it going to be crossplay? Because they're going to get crushed if it's crossplay with PC players. If they're not in their own pool,
They
I
ha-
just don't see it being a fun experience.
They haven't announced
I don't think they
anything
will.
Yeah, and I don't think it will either, because even Xbox and PlayStation, your base consoles are 60 frames, so there's no way that they just can't compete. Period. The end. It's just that gap is too high.
Yeah, I do like Doom. Doom will. I'm actually playing it on Mondays right now. It will go like sub 30, which isn't the best experience, but still definitely playable. And it's only in like high demand lighting areas. But when you get how many people are even on an Overwatch map at a single time? It's like
It's 6v6
per game.
6v6.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm skeptical of the experience. Maybe they'll have the software optimized well enough to where it'll be able to be enjoyable, but that's where it'll come in. It's going to have to be very well optimized.
So there's a couple good points in chat too. VSip said Overwatch on Switch. Well, he said it's whack, so I'm gonna go with him. He said no physical cart for anywhere besides Japan, and that's pretty lame. 30 frames when Paladins was 60. His opinion: Blizzard cheapened out on the Overwatch port. I can't not agree with him. And it'll probably be one of those living things too, to where like they update it over time. And then
to do pour money into.
I mean, yeah, and then NX says people love Fortnite on Switch. I mean, yeah, so people this will have an audience too, because like Jakin said, there's 40 million Switches out there, and I'm sure.
Now I'm glad that they're doing it, because I know there's plenty of people that have never played Overwatch because it was on a different console that they didn't own, and so it's nice being able to see that. But I mean, I'm not gonna buy it. Like, we already have it on 2 consoles. One where we played a shit ton of hours in. The other one, not so many. I don't need on a third.
No, I deleted it from my life. And not only did I delete it everything else, I deleted off my life.
I would actually be very interested in seeing statistics based on who is buying this for the first time on Switch. I would be interested to see how many first timers there were, because I just feel like I don't feel like that's the market.
No, it's
really
not.
And truly. I don't know. But I don't want to also gloss over, like, I'm actually super excited for Xenoblades. I've loved the whole Xeno series, like since Xeno Gears. It's something that we kind of glossed over there, but like, I'm actually super hyped for that to come to the Switch too. I think the Switch needs more JRPGs of quality.
I lost my
That's
mind.
what I wanted at.
I lost my
Yeah,
mind.
I was
Dude.
excited.
Yeah, dude.
The Wii was not my favorite console, and I don't shy away from that. I think it's probably one of my least favorite consoles of all time. But Xenoblade was one of the games that I had bought towards the tail end of a relationship that basically my game and the Wii and everything else that I had was left with that when that parting was done. And the game didn't come with me, so I was never able to complete it. I've actually been searching for that game this year, and it's quite expensive on eBay or trying to get it on other means. It's kind of hard to find. It's one of those kind of rough games to get on the Wii because of GameStop monopolizing it when it came out. So I'm extremely excited that it's coming out on the Switch. But honestly, too, Monolith Soft is giving a nice fresh coat of paint, and it's looking extremely nice. And Xenoblade 2 was a freaking fantastic game, and Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I wish would come over to the Switch, was like one of the best games on the Wii U. So this is going to be a fantastic game, and especially for a lot of people who didn't get the chance to play it on the Wii, and a whole new audience of people who are going to get exposed to it on the Switch, especially if they did play Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Now they have one more game to play, and I lost my mind at the end of this direct. That's why I thought it was E3 levels of hype, and Monolith Soft is nothing but quality, so I'm extremely excited at this.
And really, the road doesn't end there, because I mean, we talked about this earlier. Of course, Doom Classic, Doom 2, and Doom 3 came out, and there was the speculation on the ESRB rating for Doom 64, but there was no hide nor hair of it. And that's kind of the story with Doom 64. Doom 64, oddly, is the bastard child of the Doom series. It doesn't get any love. No one ever. I mean, maybe a small sect of people talk about it, but a lot of people are like, well, Doom 3 is the odd one out. Yeah, but Doom 3 gets re-releases like all the time and gets the BFG edition, whatever. Bethesda has stated that Doom 64 will get a Switch release November 22nd, which incidentally is the same day that Doom Eternal will be dropping.
Oh, is it really?
So,
I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm pretty darn sure, if I'm not mistaken. I got it in the calendar here, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm thinking that's the release date. Let me make sure. Yep, November 22nd, 2019. So if you haven't dropped the 60 yet, drop the other 20 on Doom 64. Actually, nice. I don't know what it'll be. I don't know. What do you think? $10, $15?
It should be 10. If it's 10, it'll sell
I'm
better.
thinking 10. I think 10 would be a good price for Doom 64.
Totally joking. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God. Chris is probably crying right now.
Yeah, I squealed a little bit. Because I went to try to go back and play like an N64 emulator of it, and it's so clunky. Like the controls for the 64 are clunky, the iteration of the emulator, like it just doesn't feel good. So I eventually found where somebody remastered it for PC. It's like a mod, like a pet project, a labor of love. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with it on a modern console. I hope not. I hope they don't just port over like an N64. Oh my God, it's terrible. It's really bad, actually.
And I don't think they will, especially with the recent success they've seen.
Yeah.
And I mean, even what was it? Doom 1. They completely redid that in Unity. They could have just ported over past ports that they did on the PC. They completely rebuilt the game from ground up on Unity, and like they had no reason to do that. So they probably will do this one right. So I would have faith in Bethesda, at least for this title. They've been doing it pretty well with their re-releases.
They've been doing all right. Some weird stuff here or there, but I'll have to give it. I haven't bought the classic Doom 1 and Doom 2 just because with like the slowed down music and stuff. I'm like, I'll just play it on the PC for now. But Doom 3 was done really well. I cannot really complain about Doom 3. It's so much game for what it costs. It's ridiculous. Moving on to more like Nintendo titles out the wazoo. Of course, we got ports, we got third parties. Super Kirby Clash is a free-to-play Kirby for 4 players with over 100 different quests. You'll fight enemies as a team of 4, either locally or online, and that was available yesterday.
Yeah. So
did you download it?
What I was going to tell you is let's go through the last, because we have a few bullets left to button up the direct before we move on to the last 2 subjects. Let's just go through the last few bullet points that we have here, and then we could just kind of blanket talk as a group on the end of the direct.
All right, so
my body's like shutting down.
we got Trials of Mana, the remake of Seiken Densetsu 3 will be available April 24th. We have the return of Obra Dinn, one of somebody's favorite 2018 games, coming to Switch in the fall. We got Rogue Company is a new team-based shooter from the Hi-Res Studios coming to Switch in 2020. Of course, we've already seen that another Daemon Ex Machina demo will have launched yesterday. You'll play the beginning of the game, and your progress will carry over. It'll include the 4-player local co-op mode, and the full game will have online play when it launches September 13th as well. Animal Crossing also had an update about its crafting mode, raw materials, so on and so forth. Pokemon, like a Pokemon camp where you can play with your Pokemon, a much more robust character customization system, and a curry rice mode where you can customize curry dishes and eat them with your Pokemon and save them in your curry decks. That is brand new. You heard it here. Luigi's Mansion 3 also is getting a Scream Park mode where 2 to 8 players will be pit against each other in arena-style ghost battles. And that's pretty much everything, the meat of the Direct, wrapped up into one. So much in this Direct, it's ridiculous. I downloaded the Kirby Clash. I have not played it yet, but I mean,
Same.
I picked it up. It's free. I'm here for the Animal Crossing and Pokemon information. The Curry Dex is ridiculous.
It's awesome.
But it's great at the same time.
I mean, is it curry for yourself, or do you... Because, like, I didn't see the Pokemon eat it. I just saw the Pokemon happy that you made it, and then you're eating it.
I think it's something similar to where like you're doing it along with your Pokemon, so you are leveling up your charm with the Pokemon. So you're furthering the relationship. So if you want like an Eevee to evolve into like a Sylveon or a Umbreon,
I'd rather cook Poke food.
Yeah. Well, this is just
Like
something else
blocks.
that they're adding, to the game.
I mean, it's cute. I like the concept. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not mad about it. It's just
But since we're on
For myself?
Pokemon, I will talk a little bit more about. They also introduced customization, which actually makes me really excited for. Yesterday, I kind of was a little bit too hype about it, but the reality is, if you are a diehard Pokemon fan like myself or like Cynthia here, and you've played all the games, put hundreds of hours into each one, the thing that they continue to kind of fail on is making you feel like you in the game. And the fact that they are honing in on the customization as far as like your clothing, your hair, items, glasses, earrings, backpacks, sweaters, etc., is just a really cool feeling as a Pokemon fan. Now, the only thing that they're missing, and I don't think they'll ever do this because no 12-year-old has a beard, is to add beards to the game. If they did that, I would be over the moon as a Pokemon fan. Like, I understand that the game needs, like, you're a kid going on an adventure, but let me be an old man going on an adventure. That's who's playing your games anyways, for the most part. But I digress. I'm just very excited that they added the customization stuff. And a lot of people yesterday were really, as Pokemon fans, were really disappointed in the information they got. And I would just say, from a Pokemon fan, just understand there's 2 months left. And there's going to be a lot more information that continues to drop, even moving into Tokyo Game Show in the next couple of weeks. So hold your horses. There's going to be more stuff that comes because there's 2 more freaking months before this game releases. So you're not going to get the starter evolutions right now. Trust me, I wanted them to. You will get them. It's just going to take some time as we get closer to the release of the game. That's my rant on Pokemon.
That's what I was really hoping for, and that's what I was expecting, honestly, was to see the solutions. Because I really want to see what's the water. The water Pokemon.
Yeah, I want to see
What
that
is-
one too.
What is his name?
Sobble?
Yeah.
Sobble. I want to see the Sobble evolution. That's going to be, I mean, that's who I'm picking. I almost always go with water. Except for, I think I would pick Charizard. I picked Charizard, and that's like pretty much fire. Everyone else, water.
Yeah, I mean, don't
But-
get me wrong. I wanted to
I
see
want
them
Sobble.
too, but
Yeah. See, I'm not the only Sobble person.
I'm Grookey all day. Team Grookey, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with. I'm probably gonna pick Score Bunny.
I mean, every time you say Team Grookey, I just immediately imagine Cell.
Team Grookey.
I hate
I
monkeys.
think of cool.
And Sobble looks creepy.
Sobble's so
Sobble's not creepy.
sad.
He
Wa-
needs to
watch-
grow up.
I was say, watch Sobble
Fuck it.
whip your fucking ass once I finally have him completely evolved.
She said, catch
Yeah,
me
absolutely.
online. Better renew that subscription. We
I
fighting.
got Score Bunny. I'm a fire type. Of
Good.
course, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Picked wrong from the start, Mono.
Yep.
Never said I was good. Just had opinions. That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead.
I'm actually I just wasn't too surprised to not see the evolution, like that kind of stuff. Like they're gonna hold so close to the chest until launch. That's where the hype comes from. The real and true hype, evolutions and whatnot, and iterations of ongoing Pokemon. I'm not surprised. I understand that people were probably a little disappointed about that, but I think they got a lot of info. Even if you see a lot of in the chat, a lot of the national, the Pokédex, and like they should have added Pokemon. I do understand that. Actually pretty hardcore, but at the same time, it's the little things, I guess. Like they still feel all right. I didn't ask to pet Eevee in Let's Go Eevee. It's fun, but I don't know. But I'm not the Pokemon authority either. I'm pretty easy to please when it comes to Pokemon.
Jake, you easy to please too?
Fun. I don't know. Ask your mom.
So the answer's no. Damn. This guy worked so hard. Stop making it work so hard, Jake. Give it up a little bit.
I mean, I like how they dropped little Easter eggs as far as like the trailers go with the variant of what was that one Pokemon's name? The
El Creamy.
El Creamy. The variant. Dom fucking lost his shit on the live stream.
I was so excited.
thinking it was a shiny.
There's 16 variants.
But that's
There's
cool.
16.
Like that's a fucking
Yeah.
shitload of variants, which means that there's gonna be 16 shiny variants.
Mm-hmm.
I just think things like that is cool. The 2 new release Pokemon as well. The teacup, the one that where you could drink its tea if it likes you.
That was weird.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that was a little bit creepy.
Like, if you're lucky, maybe you'll get to sip its tea.
But I really do like the pelican looking one. That one was funny as shit because it has its own little, what was it called? Like a bonus attack or whatever. That if you attack it after it does surf and whatnot, and it has a fish in its mouth. Like poor Machop got fucking wrecked after that fish was launched at its face.
That's Cramorant.
Yeah, but like,
And the T1's Poltegeist.
Yeah, but like the bird type one, when it threw the fish, I thought that was just...
It slapped the shit out of that Pokemon. The
Yeah.
Machoke just got the shit out of it. It was like, ugh.
Yeah, like the fact that like he died with a fucking fish to the face, like that was epically funny.
Mm-hmm.
And even the animation, just when it would be like, Hada! And like there was a fucking fish at you. I'm like, at least I don't feel bad where they're going with these new Pokemon. I'm actually pretty excited versus like the last gen that came out. I wasn't as excited as when they like announced new Pokemon. I was like, what the fuck is all this shit? Like the trash Pokemon and things like that.
Garbodor.
Yeah. So with this gen, I actually feel that they're doing it right.
Cool. So,
this game is going to be very good way.
you sound like Kanye with Autotuner. Is a T-Pain.
No, not Magic Mike. What was that? Was that other guy who used auto-tuner?
Whoa. I think we might have lost him again.
I think so.
So I'll just put as he comes back, he can give his final thoughts on the direct. My final thoughts were Luigi's Mansion looks lit. I played it at E3.
I know, I missed it.
Don't sleep on that game, guys. It's gonna be fantastic. They announced dance rooms and sand rooms and beach rooms. Like that is gonna be fantastic. Don't sleep on that game at all. Trials of Mana looks excellent. I'm not a really big Secret of Mana guy, but that game looks fantastic. Return of the Obra Dinn looks like garbage, and I'm sure there's people who are excited about that. Rogue Company, the new game built from the ground up by Hi-Res Studios, actually looks pretty good. And the Daemon X Machina demo is out as of right now. And guys, I won't go into it because most of you guys in the chat know my thoughts. Daemon X Machina looks like hot baby trash. The 3 times I've played it at E3 on demo and more recently, the mechs feel okay, but the world is the opposite of living and breathing, and I think that game's gonna come out and be like a 6. And the last thing I'll leave off on as we wrap up the Nintendo Direct Extravaganza is Animal Crossing.
Yay! I mean, like, I'm so excited for Animal Crossing. I mean, the fact that I can craft, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It gives me just a little bit extra to play with. The fact that you can have like one town and share it with like 4 friends, I thought that was pretty neat. And then on top of that, you can have up to 8 friends play in one camp, right?
Which is dope.
And so
Honestly, not to jump in here, but honestly, it's got me a little stressed because like I might have to get a Nintendo Lite and Switch Lite now. So because like the girl's gonna play on hers, and like I'm gonna have to play 4 players in the camp now. I'm obligated to buy 2 copies, and like.
Well, that's what Dom said too, because he immediately was like, I'm gonna have to buy myself my own copy, and I looked at him like, why? And I was like, oh, that's right, because I'm not gonna fucking share mine. I'm not gonna share mine. This guy can.
Can you play simultaneously, like both in the? Yeah,
but same town though. That's the problem. And
that's
why I want to be individualized.
Well, you can have your own individual one
on the same, but then we have to swap.
I want an MMO Animal Crossing, and this is what I'm getting, and I'll take it.
Steve, funny thing was my best
friend. Visit my island too, Steve.
She actually just gave me back my Animal Crossing New Leaf. She actually hacked it for me, and holy crap, I mean, if you want to visit anybody's island, I can't wait until she gets this new one to see how she's gonna do it.
No. Just wait till I bring the fire.
Nah, you're fucking terrible at interior design.
Whoa.
Terrible.
I'm gonna blow the
Absolutely
socks out. I'm gonna
terrible.
invite everybody to chat. Y'all come to my island.
All right. All you're gonna have is like wood, no fire, just wood. Just
Don't
piles
listen
of
to
it.
her.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see everything just come together as far as, I mean, and the only thing that got you is the fucking crafting. You're like, I think I'm gonna have to do it. I was
Crafting means a lot to me.
like, since when?
Always, I like to craft. It's my
Okay.
thing. Yo, Avedon, what is up?
But when it came to crafting in Skyrim, he's like, fuck this, I'm out.
It was too much. No, that wasn't crafting. Building and crafting are two different
You
things.
were crafting. You had to gather the materials, and then it would craft the house for you. That's what you're doing in Animal Crossing. You're gathering the fucking materials.
It's
you're
different.
going to a workbench, which is what you did in
Skyrim was not
Skyrim.
enjoyable. Wasn't that
Whatever.
part of it wasn't
Yeah,
enjoyable.
you're gonna fucking hate it. But as long as I have my own copy, I don't care what you do.
You heard it here, guys. 2 copies.
You know what I need in my life?
Oh, you're back.
Flimsy act. Tent to call my. Can you guys
What?
hear me? I said,
But-
you know what I need in my life? A flimsy axe and a tent to call my own.
Oh, flimsy axe.
That game, dude. Honestly, I'm gonna buy it because I've never played Animal Crossing, and I'll probably succumb to the sheer amount of like peer pressure.
Yeah, as you
But-
should.
But I don't think I'm gonna like it.
I mean, it's not
And
for
when I-
everyone. I mean, there are still some things that I feel they could do more with. I really do hope that they bring back the time, being able to like forward time or rewind time. That was definitely a huge key feature with the older games, even with Animal Crossing New Leaf. I thought it was absolutely fun. I mean, because you only get 365 days in the game. I mean, that's it. Once you hit your 365, it just starts over again.
Yeah.
Is that what the? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, Animal Crossing, the way it's made is it's
On a calendar year.
yeah, it's one
But
calendar
it never
year.
stops, right? Like the time keeps moving even when you're not playing.
Right. So, like, say if you played right now, right, in Animal Crossing New Leaf. Right now, it's summer for me. But if I were to stop playing, and then skip fall and then jump in December, when I log back into my town, it's gonna be fucking snowing. Like, it
That's
changes.
stupid.
It changes with the seasons. I actually love it. Like, there's certain, like, of course, holidays and things like that. You get
Question.
little Easter eggs. What?
I said, question. So what do the people in the town think while you're gone?
They judge
Just
you.
like
That
They're like, this motherfucker's been gone for like 2 months. You
Yeah,
know,
no,
his
they'll
wife
talk
and
about
kids
you.
are having trouble paying the rent. Where
They'll
the
talk
fuck is
about you.
Cynthia?
they'll talk about you
Will
for
they?
sure. Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh my God, we've missed you. Don't ever leave us so long. We hope everything's okay."
Your hippo wife over there on the corner, just working
Shut up.
working it, trying to make ends meet.
Yeah, you have fuck, I forgot her name. She watches your town for you. The puppy dog. What's her name?
I don't remember
forgot.
the names.
I forgot. Not Lucy.
Drawn a blank.
Yeah,
Isabel?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, Isabel. Yeah, there you
She takes care of your town for you while you're away. If you manipulate time, people will actually start rumors about you saying that you're a time traveler. I actually like that feature. Like, it's just rumors, like, and some people actually don't like that. They're like, "Oh, they're gonna think bad about me because I'm skipping through time." Nah, bitch, talk about me. I like being a time traveler, right? I'll be forwarding time back and forth type of shit. But the reason why they're not doing that in this video game for Animal Crossing is because they don't want you to manipulate time and get money or get checkpoints, like, go to certain events, like, say, Christmas, things like that. they'd rather you wait because it works based on real time. It's not in game time, it's based on real life time. So if you play 30 minutes of the game, only 30 minutes are going to go by in the game. Yeah. Some people don't like that. Other people do, because you actually do get more playtime with it. If you miss a week of game time, that's it, right? Like, you miss that game time. And that's what some people are worried about. They're like, oh, well, I can't come back and then just play from where I left off by rewinding time. Like, I'm going to be out for 2 months if I miss it. Like, it's gone kind of thing. So honestly, I'm hoping that they bring that in like an update. Like, if it comes out, what is it, March, right?
Yeah, March.
That maybe sometime early, they'll drop down like an update to where we get that component back. Like, maybe even if it's like 3 to 6 months where we can't forward time, I'll be okay with that. But if the game never gets that opportunity, I'm gonna be pissed.
I mean, chat's saying if you can't fart in the game, they gotta pass.
Yeah, Cynthia, can you fart? Like, let's get to the real questions here. Can you fart? Because you can fart in Super Smash Brothers. Yeah. I mean, you could fart in Super Smash.
In the game, no. I mean, in the game, you can't get stung by bees and your face will swell up.
Are you serious? Are you? Oh my.
No farts.
Fart. You can make a flimsy axe and go fishing.
I mean, I don't know in the new game, if you can fart.
Oh my god.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh my.
Not in the older ones.
You're just mid conversation with Tom Nook. Is like, press B to fart. And Tom Nook's just like, you gotta get out of my store.
No.
Tom Nook has you selling weed and shit, and you can't fart on this man's desk.
Oh my god, dealer alien the champions. Yeah, Jacob, what are you trying to say? You're not gonna play this all because you can't defecate?
Maybe. I mean, I just want to. How am I supposed to go a calendar year without farting?
Oh my god, Banjo can poop grenades?
That's not true. Well, Wario farts. Wario will kill you with a fart. Deadly.
Me too.
Really.
Well,
a well-timed fart, you will go flying.
Another thing being killed by farts most recently on the internet is Gears 5. There's been a lot of news on the internet about the reviews of Gears 5 since its release, since reviews started rolling out. And as we wrap up our Nintendo Direct talks, we wrap into our last couple of game subjects for the night, and one of which is Gears 5, which a lot of us are going to start playing tonight, and on our channel tomorrow. We'll be streaming it with Mr. Jake. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a fantastic time. And Chris, let's talk a little bit about the Gears 5 review roundup, as we're calling it.
The review roundup is in for Gears 5. I'm preloading it now as well as we speak.
Preload game strong.
It is downloading in the background. Gears 5 is taking a big leap forward in the series. The game's co-op campaign takes a quasi-open world approach where you're free to explore large areas, take part in side activities, and keep up with the main narrative at your own pace. This is a significant change for the series that's traditionally been fairly linear, but it's far from the only major addition in Gears 5. The game also debuts a new mode called Escape, which is a 3-player PvE mode where the objective is to plant a bomb in a swarm hive and extract before it detonates. Sounds like we're playing Counter-Strike Source here. Horde mode returns, this time with elements borrowed from hero shooters such as character classes and ultimates. Gears 5 will also launch with a map creator that's easy to use, though it only works with Escape at launch, with support for more modes coming post-launch. Gears 5's versus multiplayer is also a big part of the package, this time launching with a newcomer-friendly mode and a fresh take on competitive play. Gears 5 is one of the few Microsoft games to launch on Steam day and date with other platforms. Interesting, I didn't know that. Because of this, you'll need a free Xbox Live account to play online through Steam, though the upside is that you'll be able to party up with Windows 10 and Xbox One players the same time. The Gears 5 Ultimate Edition unlocks today. It was today on all platforms, and the preload is available now. You'll also be able to play Gears 5 with an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription for just $2 or £2, depending on your region. The reviews are in. US Gamer gave it a 3 out of 5. IGN gave it an 8.8. GameSpot with a 7. GamesBeat gives it a 90 out of 100. Game Informer giving the 8.5 there as well. Games Radar is giving it 4 out of 5, and EGM also giving it a 4 out of 5. Metacritic score is now at 86.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
86.
People are upset about this, right? Or is it? I don't know what it is. Are they upset because it's too low or too high? I can't.
People aren't upset. The people who love to hate on the Xbox and the Microsoft platform in general have been howling at the moon that it's not a 90. But even though an 86 is a really good game.
Yeah, something about I was reading something. Sorry, Jake, I'll let you go right after. I was just reading somebody like comparing it to Spider-Man, and how Spider-Man was a certain with like 88 on Metacritic, and they're like, "There's no way it's nearly as Spider-Man. That was Game of the Year." Like, just like getting just so butt mad about the score it received. When, I mean, as a consumer, nobody's literally even touched it yet to know whether or not it is as fun as any critical acclaim may or may not have it. So anyway, I haven't dipped into Gears since the second one. I am excited that I get to play this via the Game Pass, because that's probably one of the biggest deciding factors is I don't have an Xbox. Give it to me on PC. I'm excited to play.
I was just going to say that...
Oh,
sorry. I was say you can't put too much merit into Metacritic. Gears 4, which is, it was a letdown for a lot of people, has an 84 on. So, I mean, this is an 86. That's very close. So we'll have to. I'm gonna reserve all judgment. Get it? Judgment.
We don't talk about that game.
That is a 79 on Metacritic. But I'm gonna wait to play it. The campaign seems good. I'm looking forward to playing it tomorrow night. Do you guys tonight?
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is. It's probably going to be the best X this year.
Like,
Probably.
honestly, honestly, I never ever really care about reviews. I'll determine whether I like the game or not, and regardless if it might get a shit score, it's not going to change my opinion once I actually play the game. I mean, I've been hyped for this game since like it got announced last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, so I have a lot of like good feelings coming into it, that I feel that it's not going to take away from my experience, even if there is one small bad thing here and there. Now, if it was just a trash game from the start, then I can see, the 3 scores, the 7s, being a better fit. But the fact that most of them are between the 4s to the 8s, I mean, to me, I already see that being as a good score. And I just can't wait to fucking jump in tomorrow.
Same. Yeah, I think it's still really going to be a good game. I mean, the fact that the Xbox didn't come out and have a 10 out of 10 doesn't necessarily take away the fact that there's a lot of work that was put into making this a good game. And I'm, much like you guys said, I'm very excited to jump into this game tomorrow, jump into the campaign, which I'm most excited for. And the reality of it, too, is they've put in a lot of work in this one to give us a new horde, to give us an escape mode that's brand new to Gears completely. They've worked hard to give us a DLC like the Terminator, Dave Bautista, Halo Reach characters, and mostly all from the get-go. So I'm just excited to jump in. And again, we have Game Pass as well, which I think is an awesome value. And if you have an Xbox, you should have Game Pass for sure. And the fact that we get the Ultimate Edition with everything unlocked from day one is definitely a really good value. And I'm excited to play this. And again, like she was saying, I don't think reviews determine how much fun you can have with the game. And I think a lot of people judge things prior to playing them, or they never play them. They just go based on face value and people's hearsay. So I'm excited to play it and give you guys eventually my opinion, and as we will tomorrow night as we play the game. So that would be exciting. Another game that we have nothing but ice for. We have nothing but eyes for
Ice,
is
ice,
Monster
baby.
Hunter World Iceborne, and the reviews came in for that as well. So take us with the last subject of the night.
It's it's a chilly night for those who are here for the Monster Hunter World Iceborne review. Reviews are rolling in for Monster Hunter World Iceborne, which have had critical acclaim. Actually, broke sales records upon launch last year. The Monster Hunter World that was released, and Capcom has been keeping eager hunters engaged with a steady stream of updates and live contents. The biggest chunk of content, though, is the new Iceborne expansion. The ambitious follow-up introduces new mechanics and monsters. Reviews are rolling out for this as well, so of course we always establish we hate critics, but they are giving us their information. So US Gamer gives it 4.5 out of 5, Destructoid giving it the 9 out of 10, Game Informer giving it the 8.25, and Metacritic sitting at a 90. How can Gears 5 even compete? Monster Hunter World Iceborne Game of the Year. You heard it here, folks. Gears 5 will not get Game of the Year. It will go to Iceborne. What do you think?
I mean, I was actually kind of surprised of these reviews. Mind you, I've been trying not to like spoil too much for myself, but like considering I've already played through the entire game of Monster Hunter, I just really was excited just to have another new open area to explore and just a shit ton of new monsters to go in and battle and, you know, redecorate myself. Dom at one point was like, you know, are you worried about spoiling it for yourself? I was like, nah, play this shit. Like, I know what I'm getting myself into. I just want to enjoy being able to see and admire all these new beautiful monsters that I'm going to be able to kill.
Yeah. You know, what really makes me excited about this is how many games have you guys played in the past to where the developer is promising that this expansion is going to be the largest expansion in all expansions in the universe. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be like you guys are playing a brand new game. And then you get the expansion and they give you 5 hours of content and 80 repeatable missions that you get bored of within like a week.
I was going to say, I know what game you're throwing shit
It
on.
happens all the time to a ton of different games. And what the reviews so far have come out and said is they are basically giving you Monster Hunter World 2. They're giving you that much content here.
Yeah.
And what makes me really excited is if you're a Monster Hunter fan or you're a Monster Hunter World fan and you want just more world but in a different world with brand new monsters and brand new content, brand new version of Astera that's going to be what's it called? I don't even remember what it's called, but the new version of the hub world. They're basically making such a huge expansion, and all the reviews are saying like it's worth it, and that makes me really, really excited to jump in. And there's over 40 hours of content here, and that's pretty crazy and unheard of when it comes to the word expansion.
Because of that, I wasn't upset with the $60 price tag of the expansion.
I think it's $50.
It's $59.99 for the expansion. I mean, we got it from Best Buy. But I mean, just because I had to, I got the deluxe.
Fangirl out.
I mean, it came with a fucking amazing, beautiful steelbook.
Who's passing judgment?
Yeah, you are. Or they might be. But regardless, I mean, because of just so much meat to this expansion, I was like, you know what? I'm okay totally spilling out double the cost because we have to get our own because we can't play with only one copy. For me, it's going to be worth it. I mean, I've done this before to where I've thrown down
B-Sips, thanks for coming by.
For 2 expansions. See ya. And Dom wasted it because he's like, I'm not going to play. And he's like, oh, well, get it for me, and then, you know, I'll review it. And then this motherfucker never does. At least at this point, I'd be like,
played that game for 4 months.
whatever. At this point, I mean, like, okay, you have your copy. I'm going to invest a lot of time to it. But the crazy thing is, thinking back to everything we've talked about today, I'm almost at this point to where I'm like, damn, I have so much fucking games and content that I can play from now until the end of the year, and I don't need to buy anything else. Like, I'll be okay at this point moving forward with just all of the stuff that we're getting by tomorrow.
It's nuts, dude.
Heard it here.
Like, holy God. Between Gears 5 and Monster Hunter World alone, you're for at least the next, 6 to 8 weeks.
If
I'll play
not
more than
more,
that.
yeah.
I'll play more.
If not more. So, yeah, it's crazy.
All right. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for sticking around. That is the last topic of the show, so it's beautiful that, V60's party ways with us. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. This has been the Nintendo Direct Extravaganza, sprinkled with a little Gears and Monster Hunter, which you guys can find on our channel this coming weekend. We'll be streaming Gears 5 tomorrow with the man, the myth, the legend. Over here to my left, Mr. Jakin. And you can find us playing Monster Hunter IceBorne this weekend, so make sure you guys come by for that. It's going to be a fun time, and hopefully if you guys want to play, we'll definitely be down to have you guys in our party. So with that being said, I'll throw it over to my man Monopauls. Where can people find you, and give your goodbyes, my friend?
Yeah, thanks for coming in, everybody. Looters, you are amazing every single week, coming in and chilling with us. I love interacting with you guys in chat. You guys always have some good, insightful stuff to say. So really awesome community. I will be around here coming. Probably nothing on my personal channel this week. You can find me on Twitch, on YouTube, on Mixer, on Twitter, Monopulse or Mono_Pulse, depending on the platform. But what is coming up is we got some super secret special sauce coming for you guys on this Sunday. Be prepared. Do we got a time frame for that yet? We need to let the people know.
Sunday night.
Yeah,
Sunday
be
night.
prepared. Maybe about the 4, 5, or 6 o'clock hour Pacific Standard Time. We got something cooking for you, and that should launch this Sunday. We got that curry. Add us to your curry decks, y'all. And coming up on Monday, we'll be playing some more Doom 3. I'm going to blitz through that game. I want to play the expansion. I want to play the Lost Mission. So I hope you join me on actually the Game Looters channel on Monday for that. It should be really fun.
All right, speaking about really fun, show me a good time, Mr. Jake. Say your goodbyes, my friend.
I got to do this for Brian. Pew, 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 pew. He wanted to turn up. All right, Jake. Sorry, homie. Sorry.
I will do this. I was gonna do it earlier when we were talking about Xenoblade, but I was gonna do my shulk. I was gonna be like, I'm really feeling it. All right, and that's a Smash reference. But yeah, you can find me here on YouTube. People keep annoying me to stream again. So, yeah. Well, don't know why.
Do it, Jake. God dang.
I might do it. I don't know. But yeah. If you want,
we gotta beg you.
Maybe. If you want to get notified when I do, you can go ahead and check. Subscribe to Rax.
Subscribe to Rax. If you guys want to,
Peace.
Jake, Rax's, and Mono's channels are all in the description.
What?
What?
Was that it? Was that all you got?
My shit cut out.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I was done. I'm gonna burn. Oh God, Abaddon's still. Abaddon. What are you? I'm like drunk. So
This guy.
Now we know the truth.
you guys are gonna just let me fucking go. Like, oh, Nick, how you doing, buddy? Brian.
And with
doing
all
great,
that
buddy.
being said, thank you guys so much for coming by for the LootCast episode number 14. Thank you everybody in chat. You guys are all freaking legends for coming through each and every week, supporting what we do over here at the Game Looters. We appreciate you guys, and make sure you guys come by this weekend as we play Gears 5, Monster Hunter, and we finish Catherine, and we have some special cooking on Sunday. Thank you guys so much for coming by. We love you guys. From us to you at the Game Looters, we will